In this video we are going to talk about top 10 deep sea creatures. There is no question that creatures that live in the depths of the ocean are the stuff of nightmares. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of people have the wrong idea about these incredible creatures. For instance, many of the scary characteristics that are vital to the survival of these animals are also what give them their terrifying appearance. Let's get our feet wet and investigate the top 10 most unique and terrifying creatures that live in the ocean's depths. Number 10. Blood red jellyfish. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) researchers reported the finding of a brand new, unnamed species of blood red jellyfish in August. The researchers believe that the dark red jelly is most likely a member of the genus Poralia. On July 28, they used a remotely operated vehicle, ROV, to discover the new jelly just off the coast of Newport, Rhode Island, at a depth of around 2,300 feet, 700 meters. On the dive, divers also saw other animals such as cnidarians, jellyfish and corals, ctenophores, comb jellies, crabs, and actinopterygii, rayfin fishes. Number 9. Elusive glass octopus. The elusive glass octopus, which is difficult to spot, was captured on camera by researchers from the Schmidt Ocean Institute, SOI, in August. The Phoenix Islands are a group of isolated islands more than 3,200 miles, 5,100 kilometers, northeast of Sydney, Australia. The translucent cephalopod was first spotted during a 34-day voyage on the research vessel Falker of the SOI through the Central Pacific Ocean. The ROV Sebastian, which spent a total of 182 hours combing the seafloor throughout the voyage, was used by onboard scientists to find the organism. Glass octopuses are almost entirely transparent, with just their cylindrical eyes, optic nerve, and digestive tract looking opaque, like other glass species like glass frogs and specific comb jellies. Number 8. Shapeshifting whalefish. A female brilliant orange whalefish was filmed in August by the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, BARI, in waters about 6,600 feet, 2,013 meters, offshore of Monterey Bay, California. Due to the juveniles, tape-tails, males, and females' three completely diverse appearances, very little is known about this peculiar fish, whalefish. The three kinds have such dissimilar appearances that scientists initially believed they belonged to three distinct species. One of the most dramatic vertebrate shapeshifting transformations is thought to occur between juvenile and mature females. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute tweeted that many uncertainties remain regarding these extraordinary species since whalefish have rarely been sighted alive in the deep. Number 7. Emperor Dumbo. A brand new species of the Dumbo octopus, Grimtoothus imperator, sometimes known as Emperor Dumbo, was discovered in May, according to study. On board the German research vessel Sahn, scientists were conducting an expedition to the Aleutian Islands in the Bering Sea when they unintentionally hauled the lovely critter to the surface in a net. The umbrella-like webbing that connects the tentacles of the Dumbo octopus species and its cartoonishly ear-like fins, which mimic the huge ears on Disney's famed elephant, helped to identify it. "We weren't really hunting for it, so it was a really lucky find," said Alexander Ziegler, principal scientist on board the research vessel and a researcher at Friedrich Wilhelm University in Bonn, Germany, to Live Science. Additionally, the entire animal surfaced unharmed. Number 6. Real-life SpongeBob and Patrick. SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star, the best pals from the animated series, were captured in a humorous photo on the seafloor in August by NOAA. The picture of the five-pointed pink sea star and squarish yellow sponge was obtained on July 27 by ROV at a depth of 6,184 feet, 1,885 meters, while on an excursion to the Retriever Seamount off the coast of New England. Christopher Ma, a marine biologist at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History who initially drew the comparison on Twitter, said to Live Science that the sea star is in the genus Chondraster and the sponge is in the genus Hertwigia. He said that the precise species is unknown and they might potentially be completely undiscovered by science. Number 5. Alien-like spindly squid. During a mission in the Gulf of Mexico in November, researchers from NOAA discovered a rare bigfin squid, of the genus Magnapinna, using a remotely operated vehicle, ROV. The body structure of the phantom squid is quite peculiar, as evidenced by its enormous, iridescent fins and the unusual elbow-like bends in its tentacles. The NOAA film footage includes an audio clip in which a research zoologist working at the NOAA Fisheries National Systematics Laboratory named Mike Vecchione can be heard saying, "All of their arms and tentacles have this long, spaghetti-like extension." It is quite unusual for a squid to have such a confusing relationship between its arms and its tentacles as this one has. Since its initial discovery in 1998, there have been less than 20 confirmed sightings of this deep-sea mollusk to date. Number 4. Giant Phantom Jellyfish. Bari revealed a rare video of a massive phantom jellyfish in November. The enormous jelly, which has a bell that is 3.3 feet diameter and limbs that are 33 feet long and 10 meters long, was discovered by scientists using a ROV in Monterey Bay, California, at a depth of 3,200 feet, 975 meters. Although little is known about phantom jellyfish, researchers believe that it ensnares its unfortunate prey with the help of its limbs, which trail after it like loose scarves. The creature also uses periodic pulses from its dimly illuminated bell to move across the deep, dark waters. The first collection of enormous phantom jelly occurred in 1899. Scientists have only come across this critter around 100 times since then. In a statement, Bari stated, "The jelly has been discovered in the depths of all of the world's main oceans, with the exception of the Arctic Ocean, despite the fact that it is rarely seen." Number 3. Photobombing Squid. In the Red Sea's Gulf of Aqaba, researchers mapping the seafloor in October were startled to find a recent shipwreck from 2011. A purple-back flying squid repeatedly photobombed the team's ROV as it attempted to record the wreckage of the ship. The squid and shipwreck were discovered at a depth of approximately 2,788 feet, 850 meters. The OceanX scientists believe it to be a single squid, though there may have been more than one because it was difficult to distinguish the cephalopod as it zoomed across the screen. The squid's total body length was estimated by the researchers to be around 6 feet, 2 meters, which would be close to the species' maximum size. OceanX's science program lead, Matty Rodrigue, told Live Science, "It was just so spectacular for me. We had no idea that we would come across such a magnificent and sizable animal." Number 2. Sponge tracks on the seafloor. After scientists in the Arctic took pictures of the strange, brown footprints the remarkably agile organisms left behind, a recent study published in April provided the first indication that deep sea sponges were moving about on the seafloor. The sponge trails were originally captured in 2016 by towed cameras behind a research vessel at a depth of between 2,300 and 3,300 feet near Langseth Ridge, a sparsely explored area of the Arctic Ocean that is constantly covered in sea ice, 700 to 1,000 meters. According to research co-author Otten Purser, a deep-sea biologist at the Alfred Wegener Institute at the Helmholtz Center for Polar and Marine Research in Germany, the trails are made up of the spicules, or spines, which the sponge can develop. Along these spines, the sponge appears to expand before contracting to the new, relocated position. Some spines separate during this process, creating the trails. Number 1. A see-through skull. Researchers from Bari were fortunate enough to catch a glimpse of a barreleye fish in the month of December. This odd fish has a see-through forehead, which it uses to gaze through by peering through a pair of bulbous green eyes that are located inside its head. The bizarre creature was captured on film by a remotely operated vehicle, ROV, that was traveling at a depth of around 2,132 feet, 650 meters, in the Monterey Submarine Canyon, which is one of the deepest submarine canyons on the Pacific coast. Despite having completed more than 5,600 dives in the fish's natural environment, Bari researchers have only ever reported seeing the species 9 times in the past. This is an extraordinary statistic. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.